Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, this guy's 18 and 0 his professional MMA career, but many fighting fans still don't really know who exactly Umar is. In this video, we're going to cover who he is, what makes him up, and why he's a force to be reckoned with. And he's not just another guy with the famous Nurmagomedov last name. This guy's for real, and we got to give him some respect and figure out who he is, where he's from, who his family is. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button as we uncover the lives of your favorite UFC fighters. Umar Nurmagomedov was born on January 3rd, 1996 in Kyzyl, Dagestan, Russia. He is part of the Avar ethnic group. Now, there are several ethnic groups throughout Dagestan. It's not just one. There are several of them, and he happens to be part of the Avar ethnic group. This is the same ethnic group that Khabib's family is also from. Now, here's a misconception a lot of fighting fans have. A lot of us at first hand think that Umar is just Khabib's younger brother because of the famous last name, but that's not the case. But they are actually blood relative family members. Umar is actually a cousin of Khabib. Khabib's father, Abdul, was Umar's uncle, who he loved very much. Now, Umar does have a very famous brother in the fighting world, and it's his brother, Usman Nurmagomedov. Usman is actually currently the Bellator champion of the lightweight division currently, and a fighter within his own ranks. Now, let's get into Umar. Umar Nurmagomedov, like many other children growing up in the Dagestan region, first began practicing freestyle wrestling. Now, freestyle wrestling in this region of the world, it's second to breathing. It's a way of life. Umar developed his wrestling skills and then eventually moved up to Thai boxing, and his brother Usman followed suit. Umar loved both wrestling and Thai boxing, but eventually the family had to move to the capital of Dagestan, Makhachkala, for better work opportunities. It was here that Umar then began training under his uncle Abdulmalak Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father. They trained together over at the Eagles MMA camp. Now, training together proved pivotal for Umar and Usman to train alongside Khabib and his father. It was here that Umar then began following Khabib's footsteps and also training in the sport of Sambo. Sambo, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's very similar to combat fighting in a professional realm with rules and headgear as well. Following his world championship success in Sambo, Umar decided to take the leap and began his professional and amateur MMA career. So as an amateur MMA fighter, he won the bantamweight division in the WMMAA World Championship. So he was now a champion amateur MMA fighter. Umar would then fight professionally. In his first debut professional MMA match, he made his debut in Moscow as part of the Fight Nights Global 57 on December 16, 2016. His opponent was Rishat Karisov. Umar won via second round guillotine choke, and in his second ever match, Umar fought Ulabek Armanabayev at Fight Star Battles on Suro 6 on January 5th, 2017, and he won the first round by way of rear naked choke. Now, rear naked choke would have its history with Umar. He would then go on to have several other matches where he won by rear naked choke, including against Taras Gurvevich on July 23rd, 2019, fighting for GFC 14. He won by rear naked choke. Then again, on November 23rd, 2019, against Brian Gonzalez, he submitted Brian via rear naked choke. This was for GFC 20. So, and then he would have another rear naked choke victory. This one was a more famous one. This was for his UFC fight, his UFC debut against Sergey Morozov, where he won by technical submission rear naked choke on January 20th, 2021. His next fight against Brian Kelleher on UFC 272, he would go on again to win by rear naked choke. This was on March 5th, 2022. Now, eventually, other UFC fighters would catch on to Umar's ways with the rear naked choke, and they wouldn't give up his back to him so easily to avoid it. But that wouldn't stop Umar from achieving more and more success. In his next fight against Nate Manez on June 25th, 2022, Umar would win via unanimous decision. His following match against Ronnie Barcelos on January 14, 2023 on UFC Fight Night, Umar would win again by KO, body kick, and punch. His following match, March 2nd, 2024, Fight Night, Umar would win against Bekzat Almakhan, unanimous decision. And in his Next match against Corey Sandhagen on August 3rd, 2024. Umar will win once again by unanimous decision. As you see here, Umar has created a very impressive record for himself. He's 18-0. He's won 2 matches by knockout. 7 of them are by submission and 9 by decision. As you see here, almost half of his matches won are by submission themselves. So he has a very dangerous ground game, and he's a force to be reckoned with. UFC fighters have to be very careful with him. Not only that, but he's also got the second highest control time percentage in the UFC bantamweight history, 44.5%. He's also got at 42.4% the highest top position percentage in the UFC bantamweight division. At 63.1% is his highest significant strike accuracy percentage in the UFC bantamweight division. And he's also got the second highest striking differential in the UFC bantamweight division at 3. So the man's got amazing stats in both the wrestling, the ground control, and in the striking, and significant strikes and strike accuracy. Umar has proven that he's not just another Nurmagomedov. He is one that's a force to be reckoned with. He should be respected in this game, and he's going to fight next against Merab Davashvili for the title, and then we'll get to see what his skills are. And throughout his career, even if you're watching this post-fight, we're going to see his skills are going to shine through. He's got the ground game, he's got the wrestling, he's got the striking. This man's got it all. And it's only about time till we see it shine through, just like we've seen it with his brother winning the Bellator title, and we saw with his cousin Khabib being a legend in the UFC. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please hit the like and subscribe button. As I enjoy sharing the lives of some of the legends out there, and I hope you do the same. We hope we use it to inspire us in our own lives. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing.